Hi everyone, welcome back to Mahia Reads Tarot. Today we're here doing a collective reading rather than a pick a card. I thought it would be cute to do a monthly reading for the season of love for each of these zodiac signs. We're going to be going by elements, so we're going to start with fire signs, water signs, air signs, and then finish off with my lovely earth signs. Okay, so we're going to be checking into what energy can you embody this month, what is happening this month, and just general messages that we pick up as we read. If you guys would like to purchase a tarot reading, you can email me in the email below in my description. You can check me out on Etsy. My name is Mahia Reads, and send me a message. Comment below if you know me from Reddit. I don't have any other social media but Reddit. So if you're coming from there, let me know. And of course, let me know how this reading resonated for each of you. If you have any ideas of things that you want to see next, please let me know. I'm open to doing your suggestions, I guess you can say here. So yeah, I'm really excited to get started on this reading here. Courage. Okay, this month it feels like you're hit with a situation that calls you to have courage here. This is making me think of the Tower, but we're gonna see leadership at the bottom, passage at the center. I don't feel like it's necessary for us to see the top of the card on the top. Liberator. Okay, again, leadership is coming out again with this one. Freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs. Releasing negative thought patterns here. Okay, and there's blue. There's a lot of green and yellow here, but I'm seeing a majority of blue and yellow kind of happening here. So this could have to do with expressing yourself creatively. This is about ambition. No, not ambition. Creativity. So there could be like a need to unleash power here, especially with she's holding a fire. So this feels very in tune for the fire energies here. Now, which deck am I called to use? I think I'm called to use my art. I can't even pronounce it. Art Nouveau. So we're going to be using this one for you, Aries, okay? I'm going to try to keep the video under an hour. So let's see. Okay, Aries, the Eight of Cups is coming out sideways. There's something maybe you're questioning about leaving behind with the Eight of Cups here. I feel like you're doubtful. A lot of you aren't making the exit yet, although I do feel like some of you are in the process. But for those who are already going through the walking away, I feel like it's a little bit different, okay? Because this message is really for people who are like on the fence or someone's unsure about leaving something behind. Aries, it's time to make the big decisions, to make the big moves and do what you know that you need to do and what is right for you, liberating yourself from a situation, person, emotions. This could be like some of you guys, there's like a release of emotions here. I'm getting like someone needs like a break, like somebody, maybe you're looking so closely or you see things clearly, but maybe there's still something I'm getting that's kind of overwhelming. You could be overstimulated, overworked, overburdened, burnout, even not necessarily, maybe tired. I feel like there's a need to kind of allow yourself to process things as you do. Not everything needs to be so clear in the moment. You don't need to see how everything is going to go and how everything's going to work. Sometimes you just need to kind of allow yourself the space and then come back to it, and then you can come back to it from an emotionally clear or mentally clear space, and then you can look at the situation and you'll be able to know or have a better grasp on how to move forward, because it seems like you're trying to, while in the midst of something that is kind of throwing you off here. This Knave of Pentacles upright, he's kind of mean, he's a little arrogant, this Knave of Pentacles. It's interesting that this deck is very romantic, lovely, it's very beautiful, but a lot of the cards, oh, and there's a tower. There's a tower. Interesting, guys. So yeah, I'm getting like a huge tower moment, sudden abrupt change. Are some of you deciding at the last minute that you're just gonna do it and you're just gonna cut this at the core. You're like, I'm done with this. You know, you're done with this emotional dissatisfaction. You're liberating yourself from a situation that's no longer benefiting you. But a lot of you, I'm feeling like the people this is most for, there's some type of emotion, some type of thought that you're having, or that you continue to have that doesn't help you. And you're like, finally just like, I'm so over this. I'm done. I can finally kind of see the pieces moving. Oh my gosh. And at the bottom of this deck is the Page of Pentacles as well. Isn't that crazy, Aries? It's like a double confirmation kind of going on here. Oof. Someone doesn't want you to leave. No, maybe they do. No. If this is in regards to another person, I feel like this person it's hard to leave this person. I mean, like, for some of you guys, it's hard to leave somebody. Or you can't do it yet or something. Anyways, I feel like you're called to embody, like, to be bold, to be fearless, and to take the steps that you're afraid to take, especially with courage and the liberator. Liberate yourself from a situation that is no longer beneficial for you. Okay? You're being called to kind of be like a warrior. And I think that there's also a message here when it comes to courage that's saying like, oh yeah, there's someone here to help you. I think this Page of Pentacles, they're not helpful. I feel like for someone they're not helpful, but like I feel like the message is like they're a source of assistance for you guys. You're nervous though. You guys can get help from other people, and being courageous and, you know, taking the lead doesn't mean you're doing everything on your own. And I feel like that's an important message for somebody to hear. Aries, you need to step into your power, and kind of be fearless, but also understand that, you know, this isn't just you versus the world. Okay, you don't have to take all the burdens on your own here. I'm getting like she's passing the torch to somebody else. So I do feel like you guys have somebody else out there who kind of wants to help you, but I feel like the theme of this month is learning how to turn around. Okay, demure attitude, moderation, and insecurity here. Okay, so I feel like you guys are saying no to something this month. Like, you're like, no, oh, this could be like a habit or something that you do. I feel like you guys are like, no, thank you. I feel like you're not like slamming the door shut, but you're like, no, thank you. Or maybe that's how some of you usually are. You're like, no, thank you. And now this month is about saying just straight up no. Yeah, I'm getting a very firm like no. You're done. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting some of you are like, could be a little bit smug about it too. This is why he's like a little bit smug. I feel like this could be the Page's kind of your energy as well too. Like, you're beginning to make real progress, Aries. Very substantial moves. And even if they have to do with your mindset or releasing an emotion that's no longer serving you, letting go of a relationship, or at least emotionally preparing yourself, mentally preparing to walk away from something or someone, a job, a relationship, a friendship, whatever this is. I feel like before it could have been, there's like an insecurity with her, like she's not sure of herself. And now see this liberator here, like she's smug, like, but it's a kind of like a good way, because she kind of knows her worth now. Like, she knows she's better than them. I'm getting like some of you are better than the situation, and it's not about being arrogant. It's just about like, I don't know, I'm getting someone like done dirty or like not treated fairly, and like now it's time to go. And so like, who cares what somebody else has to say? Yeah, I'm getting, who cares what somebody else has to say? That's what the smugness is. So it's not like you're like, I'm better than you, and like higher than thou. It's more like, I don't care what you have to say, because I know you like to talk a lot of schmack, or not schmack. I know you're gonna have some type of judgment. It feels like a judgment opinion kind of thing. Like, I don't really care. I don't really mess with it. Yeah, so I feel like you're vocalizing something, like a boundary of some sort that's gonna help light you up and kind of lead the way, freeing yourself from something. The courage to free yourself from a situation is going on this month, Aries. I think we're going to do each element first so I don't forget anyone. So we're going to do, not Sagittarius, we're going to do Leo. I feel like Leo is the next person that we should do. Leo. For my Leos. Watching this. The Student. It's time to understand this. I feel like this one, No, this isn't for you. This is for somebody else. Friendship with animals, communication with nature spirits. This could be for a different type of, another, like, I'm getting not like another Leo, but like Leo, I don't know. Another fire sign maybe, or like a friend. Friendship with animals, communication with nature spirits. Somebody around you may be really in tune with animals, potentially a child. It was talking about a child, so maybe you have a child or something. Or like some of you are like young, but that's pertaining to someone around you, it feels like. Okay. Oh, something almost came on, then it didn't. Family. Again, okay, so family came out, like I said, like there's like a child, somebody else is around you here. Ooh, we're gonna tune into this type of collector. I feel like there's more than one something with going on with Leo here. There's like 3, but we're gonna focus on this Leo collective here. We have family. It's feeling in the reverse, and I'm getting the reason why it's in reverse is there's a lot for someone to learn, or someone needs to evolve. I'm getting like, it's not necessarily learning, it's like observation. Like somebody needs to observe. There we go. Somebody needs to observe or understand. Humility and devotion to knowledge. It's okay to mess up sometimes. It's okay to not know how to do everything. It's okay not to be perfect. But I feel like it doesn't have to do with like a fear of being perfect. It's like, I don't know, I'm getting like a really intense energy. Is it 3, 2? 3 and 2 is coming out, the Gate and the Magician. Again, this is for like a different, like I'm getting like Leo. Yeah, there's like a other, like, not, it's not another Leo though, it's like you guys. Maybe there's 2 different situations going on in your life right now, and so these could be different messages for different circumstances happening for you guys here. Maybe one is from the past, one is for the current. One is for the current, one is for you know, happening soon here. What's happening this month is I feel like you guys have access to resources you need to continue something or to bring something to success. Happiness is at the bottom of this deck here, but I feel like this isn't the focus. Strength is. So I feel like strength is leading you guys to happiness, but you guys need to be in control of yourself and your emotions in your space, and not get caught up in things that are not necessary. Devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. I feel like the Magician is confident. He knows his stuff, but there's something else with the Magician here, is like he doesn't just know, even if he doesn't know how to do things, like he has this way of figuring it out. And I feel like the Student and the Magician here is like a big thing of like you guys having the potential to figure it out. I feel like family is a big thing for a lot of Leos here. And if it's not like your actual family, it could be like people, you know, school that becomes family, like, you know, coworkers, and it's a family environment, or, you know, family made through friends kind of thing situation here. A lot of major arcana, so this is something also coming out as something that's very big. The Magician is also a little bit of a trickster. You're having to deal with the Magician, somebody who's like kind of like a, they're like a sweetheart, but this person could be maybe more mischievous. You're dealing, maybe if this has to do with the child energy, a child who can be maybe they're like very I'm getting like influential. This child's like influential, or could be influential to you, your family dynamic. But I'm getting like, again, I'm getting like a big thing of needing to learn to accept other people for who they are, and maybe needing to learn that your way isn't the only way. Yeah, I'm getting humility and devotion to knowledge, lifelong learning. So it's like understanding that you may not see eye to eye with someone on something, but maybe this is you, Leo. You're the child. This is how you are, and this is like the person that you're dealing with. You're dealing with somebody, but this is the energy you need to embody. So I'm getting like they don't understand you, and it's a process to understanding. And you need to, I feel like there's like a mutual energy of both people needing to be open to the fact that it's going to take time to learn what the other person is about and who they are. So maybe you have somebody around you, family made, friend, coworker, whatever. They don't understand you, you don't understand them, and it's kind of difficult to be on the same page for them. But I'm getting you really like this person, like you really care about them, they mean a lot to you, they have a heavy influence. But again, you're like two totally different people, you know, Leo. Either your parents don't get you, or like you love your kid, they're so cute, but like they're different from you. I'm getting like somebody's a little bit strange with this Magician, like somebody's kind of strange. Maybe when you grew up, your parents didn't understand you, Leo. They never got your vibe, they never got your magic. Yeah, some of you guys, they never really understood you. I feel like now you're trying to learn how to understand other people or something. There's something with this connection here. Anyways, the Magician talks about the will, the knowledge, the audacity, the boldness, I want to say, and the ability to balance it all out together. To bring thought and emotion, to bring emotion to action, to thought, to reality, something like that. I feel like you're being challenged to become this Magician. That's what's going on for Leo. You're being challenged to become the Magician, to learn how to manifest. And this could have to deal with dealing with family runes, learning more about your family. There may be there may be things that you discover within your family that lead to some type of breakthrough, that leads to personal evolution and to you stepping into this Magician here. Or realizing that you always were the Magician. Oh, that you always were the Magician. It's something like that, realizing you were always the magic. Oh my God, that took so long, Leo. It was so confusing. I was like, well, this is a very specific message. Yeah, this is a time to heal rifts in your family. Give encouragement to your soul tribe, family, and community. Allow yourself to be supported. So I'm getting like a storyline here of like someone who feels like their family never supported them, appreciated them, understood them. This is giving like someone who's really religious, and you kind of stand out in the pack, like, and they don't understand how you meld. But I feel like there's a message here for somebody that's like, your family loves you even when they don't get you, and your family appreciates you, and they wouldn't want to have anybody else in their life but you. I'm getting like, yeah, there's so much love for you guys. And if this is you guys with a child, like I'm getting like you have so much love for them as well too, but they're so different from you that you struggle to understand them. Okay, and they love animals, they love pets, but I feel like this person is like learning as well too. Yeah, I'm getting you guys are unlocking yourself, parts of yourself that were like kind of like washing away, clearing out the gunk to get to your inner child, or get back to yourself, to realize that you like are the Magician. And also to know that you're supported. So even if these people don't understand you and they don't get you, or they don't agree with you, or they're not like you, they love you and they care for you and they want to be there and support you. Okay, so be open to what you can learn from your family, or be open to specific aspects of them, or learning more about yourself through your family. Something like that is what I'm getting. This is a profound moment of growth for a lot of you, because these are major arcanas. I don't mean to keep repeating myself. It's just because like I feel I'm almost getting to the message, because I feel like there's something a little bit more there for someone specifically, and then like it just whooshes out of my mind, and so I'm like looking at it over and over again, and I'm like, no, I'm so close to it. I can feel like I'm like right there. Yeah, the gate is the Judgment. You have trouble, Leo, you have trouble with your family. You're like the black sheep. We regain an innocence and wonder of our childhood. I feel like there's inner childhood healing for a lot of you, like the ones who don't have children. Student, this is you. You're learning more. You're getting back to yourself. Like these doors are opening and you're returning home to your inner child to discover it. And what it's going to do is going to lead you to this Magician, because things are going to come full circle. And you have a lot of healing to do within your family realm, but your family loves you. May not have always felt that way, or they may not have always acted that way, or you may not always felt like you had a sense of togetherness. But I do feel like, look at this, the animals, you're coming home to yourself. Oh, I feel like you're like, there's like a warm embrace or a welcome home to you. And this is going to bring a profound sense of healing so that you can move forward from these trials and tribulations. And I feel like you guys are gaining a new consciousness here through this. Remain open, allow them to show love or to support you. Don't isolate this month. It's time to reunite with yourself. Yeah, you guys are closing out a major cycle here. You're like closing the door on something here, okay? You know, kid or no kid, like, I feel like there's a major change that's bringing you healing and evolution here, stepping in so that you can manifest things. Yeah, but those are the kid. You have you may have a kid who's like a little bit of a trickster. They're like a little bit mischievous here, and I feel like it has something to do with you healing something within yourself, or goes back to your family or something, and like learning and overcoming to understand it. And I feel like you could be like, I feel like this is you, but also it's like you're raising a magician. Like you're like somebody who will be very well-rounded, intentional. For some reason, Connecticut came to mind. Yeah, like someone strong. But for some of you guys, I get like you are also this, okay? So it's not like saying like, you know, the kid came from you. So like you're maybe you guys never felt understood, and now it's like your time to raise the kid, and then you're giving them kind of maybe the childhood they never had, or the experiences and lessons they never had, the lessons that you never had, the love, the affection, the challenges. Like you're ready to face these things head on, and to help them. This is a message from spirit itself, like crazy. Okay, that was crazy. That was like kind of like an intense, like intentional messages, strength all the way to end to happiness. So you guys can kind of be free from your restrictions. That's what the February is about, which is a little insane here. I thought it would be more about love, but it was about family. Crazy. Okay, guys, we're going to get into Sagittarius. That was a really long message. What's going on with Sagittarius in the month of February 2020? Child, magical. What is with this child energy? Okay, here we go. Now Sagittarius, the love life is sparking up for you. Loyalty, romance, and chivalry. A love of honor here. I feel like they need to be turned over though. Okay, we have child, magical, seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, the belief that everything is possible. Ooh, I feel like the shadow attributes are coming out too. Pessimism, depression, disbelief in miracles, believing that energy and action are not required for growth. Okay, so I do feel like for some of you, there's a wake-up call going on this month where you're starting to realize that, like, if you are just acting without intention and acting without internal, like, inner belief, and you're trying to barrel past all of your obstacles without having any, like you don't believe in it, or you're like very critical and you're very pessimistic about the outcome, you're gonna find that you're not, you may have material growth, but you're not growing mentally or emotionally, or you're not growing physically. And then like you're kind of coming to some realizations here, because I'm seeing you're realizing it. So I feel like energy and action, guys, the magician, magical, life is not all about action. It's not all about spiritual. There needs to be a balance of all things. And I feel like this month is about you guys stepping into that power of learning that, seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things. I feel like you guys are called to embody a month of optimism. I'm getting serenity, the belief that everything is possible. I feel like you guys need to believe. You guys need to believe and have hope and bring yourself hope. Okay, I'm getting like someone has like some type of big aspirations. Don't just sit there imagining it. To accomplish things that you want to, you need to plan and take action. Desire to learn more. Ooh, but I'm getting don't be obsessed. No, not don't think you know it all. Don't think you know enough. Don't think you know it all, but don't think you know enough. There we go. Something like that. Kind of teetering there. You guys have to find maybe ways to inspire yourself. Sagittarius, are you really closed off? There's not a lot to say, or maybe no Sag is watching this. Okay, the Nine of Swords, Sagittarius, there's a lot of fear going on. Pessimism, depression, and disbelief. Something's occurred that has completely knocked you guys off your course and has you overthinking so much, or you're like not in a great space, you're not in the mental space to handle certain things. Something has gone, it's either for some of you, something has gone awry, but I feel like what it is for the people that are watching this is that you're afraid of something. Something like being over, something going messed up, or being caught, or someone else being caught. Yeah, someone else, can you trust them? no, you can't trust them. There's something here where like there could be like a little bit of truth to what you're seeking, and that could be why knowledge is important to you, because knowledge is going to dispel this fear. I'm getting anonymity. Someone's like, they're not anonymous. I'm getting like someone's in your sphere. Somebody's like not, I'm getting like rich, nonchalant. You're not nonchalant. Or maybe you like to act nonchalant, like they're nonchalant. I'm getting like somebody is dumb. Like, I'm getting like somebody being like, oh, like this person's, maybe they're talking behind your back, or you're talking behind their back. No, you're not saying this about them. Okay, some of you may be saying this about them. Somebody's doubting you in some way. Air spirit. Oh, is this an air sign? Sagittarius, you may be dealing with an air sign who's making you feel like you're not like sure of yourself or something like that. And the Nine of Swords went in reverse. If you're dealing with an air sign, Nine of Swords in reverse. Okay, guys, if this is in regards to an air sign or a feminine energy who appears very cold, very cutting, very sharp, blunt, maybe truthful, highly intelligent, functions from the mind, doesn't function from the heart, empathetic, though I do feel like there's some sense of understanding. I feel like it's like, okay, well then this should go upright, but no, actually, even if they're like that, this stays reversed. There's something you're not seeing and you're not understanding. I feel like for some of you guys, there's the honest message in the upright is that there's a realization you've come to, but you may have realized it and then kind of forgot parts of it. That happens to me sometimes. Like, where like sometimes like I'll realize something and then I'll be like, oh my god, this is such like a intense realization, and then a couple of days will go by and I won't remember what my thought or the exact realization was, but I do have like an energy there, like that I grasp something, and I'll be like, oh, like I will take maybe action towards it, but I won't really understand the root of where it came from or the idea that like pushed me into action. Okay, I feel like that information for some of you put the Nine of Swords reversed upright for maybe one person, but like I'm still getting reversed. You're not seeing things clearly and you need more knowledge on the situation. That's why this month you're being called to kind of search for the truth. And to be open to understanding things. Be more optimistic, because the truth may not be as horrible as you think it is. And when you see those things, you may realize it. So you guys may have realized something that terrified you, but there was more to the realization that you maybe didn't grasp. It was like an emotional thing. So you didn't hear the thoughts, or like the thoughts immediately dissipated afterwards. This realization is kind of important for you guys. It could be related to a romantic connection with somebody that you may want to, like, if you guys are in a relationship, you're trying to connect with your partner more, or if you're single, somebody that you are interested in, you want to approach. I feel like you're seeing part of the picture, but the whole picture still isn't there. This is why don't act like you know everything. Yes, there's a slight realization that you kind of come to, but there's more for you to understand that's going on in the situation than you know. And if you just function off of it, I feel like this Nine of Swords could end up coming to fruition. Like, it's not going to be a fun situation. But be optimistic. And I'm getting like, believe that there's more potential than you think that there is. You're trying to achieve something, but you don't think it's possible anymore, and you need more knowledge on the situation, because you may have come to a sudden realization of an issue or some type of, yes, it's like an issue or something, a problem, a block, an obstacle. You're disillusioned though. There needs to be clarity brought forth, because you have somewhat of a truth, not the whole thing. You need more in order to grasp the full piece of the puzzle, so that you can move forward and create abundance and success here. Your dreams aren't out of, like, you're not out of the woodwork, but like you're kind of leaving it behind. So if this has to do with the word career or something like that, you're kind of right. Like, the situation, you know, could go wrong or something like that. Like, something is not going well, or a repeat of the past can occur. But that's not the whole situation. It's not like it's out of your hands. You guys have a lot more control than you think, and you need to kind of, I think it's about keeping things in balance and moderation, seeking here. Sagittarius, for some of you guys, if this isn't in regards to a romantic situation, you may be dealing with someone that you feel like can be very cutting, sharp, cold. Honesty and fairness is a big thing to them, and you could be feeling like maybe there was some partial lie that was told, and now you're realizing that like you're caught in the act, and like they're gonna say something, or like how are you gonna deal with it, or it's over and it's not over. There's more information that you need to understand the situation to continue to move forward on the best footing in order to improve your circumstances here. Think before you say stuff. Don't just say whatever the hell you want to say. Actually think about it. This Queen of Swords she's very sharp. She's very perceptive. Eight of Cups, you're going to scare her away. You're just scare her away. Or maybe you scared her away in the past because you say things and then maybe it was a little bit reckless, or it was very uncertain, or like, you know, like this Queen of Swords doesn't mess around like that. So you may be thinking like, I don't understand why this is... No, it's your communication. It's you, Sagittarius, the way you communicate with this person. Okay, so be careful what you say. Think a little bit before you just kind of go for things and you kind of do things, or else you're gonna end up in a puddle, like a mess here. Fool, like you were trying to start something and now you're not starting nothing. Sagittarius, there's no rush. Be pleasant, like be optimistic. Not super optimistic, but like, come on, to yourself. Like, don't, this disbelief, like, push it away. Yeah, apology could be needed. No, for some of you, but most of you, no. This could be somebody else that you're dealing with. They want to come towards you, but they're like super in their head about it. I feel like this is you guys though. You're like, what do I say? What do I do? How do I make this work? You know, this Queen of Swords could also indicate your energy, that you're like very sharp and you're not here to mess around, but you need more information before you bring out the shredder, start cutting things up. Yeah, some of you, I want to say give them the benefit of the doubt. Give yourself the benefit of the doubt. Okay, your person might be like a Leo or a air sign. Okay, we're just gonna jump into the next thing. Should we jump into the air signs? No, we're gonna jump into the water signs next, actually. We're just gonna start with Cancer. Whoa, Cancer. What is going on? What the renewal? Okay, Cancer, a lot is going on for you. Cancer. Stillness, truth, expansion. All right, Cancer, what's happening February 2025? Where's the romance? Where's the love? Okay, you're sitting with yourself and you're coming to a realization that is leading you to a profound sense of renewal and leading you to growth and expansion. Okay, something is growing, something is discovering. The past? What's happening in the past at Cancer? What's happening in the past? I almost said Leo and I said Sagittarius, and then I was like Cancer. Are you dealing with a fire sign? You're coming to a realization about somebody, okay? Ooh, Seven of Swords. A frog to a prince? Kind of crazy. Four of Cups. What's going on this month? You're not happy. Four of Cups in stillness here. You're not satisfied at the beginning of this month. Oof, you're not satisfied. Crown as well too. Like there's some type of dissatisfaction here. Something could have ended in the past and for some reason it's coming back up this month. Maybe it's on your mind because it's a season of love and something significant could have happened during this season in the past couple of years, in the recent past. Maybe something happens and then for a couple of days you find yourself like you can't really get over it. You're stuck thinking about something, Cancer, and you're finding yourself hard to get out of it, but you're not seeing the situation clearly. You're focusing on this half because you're facing this way and you're not looking at what has the potential to grow and what is growing. There's a sense of renewal because I feel like you guys are going to step out of this energy and kind of realize that you don't have to sit in this. Like even this Eight of Cups is giving like, I don't have to really focus on the situation. I can focus on where I choose, and what I choose is renewal and expansion. I'm choosing happiness and peace. And I think that that's something that you're really going to be getting through to yourself, or someone's getting through to you. In the silence and the quiet of this experience, okay, these emotions that you don't want to deal with. Well, the Four of Cups indicates an indifference and apathy, but at the root of it, it's dissatisfaction. Okay, you're not happy, you know, but you're kind of voiding yourself, or some of you could be numbing yourself. You're growing, okay? I feel like you're gonna stop doing that. Some of you could be cutting off, numbing yourself, and cutting off going to other things to avoid emotion, and actually sitting with yourself and acknowledging it and going through it so that you can overcome and release it so that something new can actually start to grow. If you don't empty your pot from the weeds and the dead plants, how can you create something else? you're just going to be stuck with that. And I think that that's what you're going through, Cancer, is realizing if you continue on this way, you're going to stay this way. Nothing is going to come out of the woodwork to kind of pull you out of this and like plant your seeds. It's all up to you. You're the person that's taking care of your garden. All right. And as much as it is nice for the universe, for spirit, you know, what you believe in, to throw you a bone, they can't always be doing all that work for you. And I do feel like maybe they're encouraging or pushing you. Oh, they're helping you. They're bringing you. Okay, I feel like it's you who needs to do this, right? You, not other people. You. And I feel like this is something you're discovering about yourself. This truth is going to lead you to kind of starting to heal. 33. There's a lot of threes here. 33, 32, 37. Whoa, that came out really fast. The healer, see? Healing. Passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit. The ability to help transform pain into healing, Cancer. Okay, you help through others when you help yourself. Okay? I think there's going to be like a shift happening throughout the month where you're realizing that you just have to give back to yourself so that you can kind of become strong again. And to kind of work through things here. And then through that, you may find that like you're helping other people figure their stuff out too, or you have the potential to do that later down the line, help people figure out their situations. I think that'll be something that's very beautiful for you guys. Yeah, I think some of you guys need kind of like silence. You're not happy with it. Some of you may not like meditating, but you may feel like you need to, feel called to, or have to. You may be actually put in a space where you're like forced to. For some of you who are in your shadow attributes, you're taking advantage of people who need help, or you're taking advantage of others, like failing to care for yourself. Maybe you're helping other people to avoid the help that you need. You're going to be forced into a space of personal reflection. So you may find that you get like a cold and you're bedridden, and now you're like, you're kind of like stuck. Maybe you had like a shift and then your shift gets moved or something, or somebody like something happens, or there's like a delay, or you forget your earphones at home. Like there's some type of moment that may happen, and it's like the bone that you're being thrown is being pushed into stillness and solitude so that you can reflect and make the moves on your own. So like over here, you're asking the universe to help you, and the universe is helping you, maybe not in the way that you want it, and that's why you're kind of dissatisfied. I think this is stepping into your true power. You're like, it's a hard thing for me to have to sit with, but I'm going to sit with it. And the renewal comes after, the healing, the recovery. I also feel like this realization is going to help you to take action and move forward. You're going to know what you need to do, and you're going to know what you need to shift in order to get things moving again here. And it's going to put you on the right path. All the strides you're going to start to take then all of a sudden. And you may find that it's easier next time to re-enter this space. You're like, I don't like meditating, and then you're like, it was actually a little bit helpful. I did realize something. I did discover something important, or I did shift out of that energy. I'm starting with Pisces in February 2025. Pisces, similar to Sagittarius. What's going on, Pisces? You're like afraid. Oh, Devil, there's some type of romance in February. I'm getting for some feeling like they're not that into you. You're over them. They're over you. King of Wands in the reverse. Somebody is not who you thought that they were. They have Cancer. I know they have Capricorn possibly within their chart. They could be a Capricorn. Major fire sign here. Capricorn who's extremely passionate, can be kind of aggressive, or an earth sign. Guys, what's going on? Maybe some of you, if you're masculine energy, you're losing your mojo, and it's kind of really throwing you out of whack. For my male Pisces, you're being completely thrown out of whack. Let's get this ones. It's something's over. It's time to close the door. This is the last thing that... Oh my God, the devil again! You don't want it to end, but it's ended, or it has to end. Oof. You're ready to get this going, okay? But it's no. This is not no. I feel like it's time to leave something behind, but you don't want to leave it behind. But it's time. Let's get a confirmation and see if I'm right, or if something else kind of going on. Refine your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore. This person's so toxic. I feel like, are they the ones who can't, you're ready to walk away. You know that they're going to be difficult if you try to leave them behind. They're going to make a scene. They are difficult. I don't feel like they're going to do anything too crazy, but I do think that they're upset. They're heartbroken. Of course they are. They're losing a Pisces. They're losing you. What energy is Pisces called to? Courage. You know what you need to do, but it's hard to do it. It's hard to do it. You want to ignore a situation in February, Pisces, but you can't ignore it for too long. The person that you have may not be the type of person to even say thank you. So you're like, what am I helping this person for? They're toxic. They're not even going to appreciate it. Or you don't even care if they appreciate it. You're like, I don't care if you want to say thank you. Like, I don't care. But I feel like you're being called to be kind and to be nice and to be sweet and to be the bigger person in a situation, or to do better than another person would do. It's not satisfying. It is necessary, I'm getting, to step up to the bat. You know what this person is like, so I don't feel like you're being pushed to kind of like fall for their traps, but it's saying that you have the ability to see through them. You know how they are. You want to ignore the situation, but you can't ignore dealing with this person. Yeah, I feel like some of you could be exaggerating their response or something, Pisces. You're exaggerating their response, or you're exaggerating how they are. I feel like this person has maybe said or done something that has made you think the situation is going to go absolutely to the wall, and it's not going to go to the wall like that. I do feel like some of you guys may need help. Someone else may like have the opportunity to help you out in this situation. I'm getting for some of you, someone's leaving. Maybe you want to leave, you want to move out or something, and you know that this person's going to cause a ruckus. Or you're done with the relationship because it's really toxic. This person is not healthy, but you know that they're going to either have a bad attitude, send you some negative energy, they're going to drain you, they're going to try to restrict you, keep you there, writing on bad terms. Maybe this could be a workplace, something like that here. It's just like you're dealing with somebody and you're afraid to do this on your own. But you need to do it. And this is vital for you. Some of you may have Aries in your chart. If you have a rising or a moon in Aries, I encourage you to look at that video as well. But if you do, I'm getting there's something here about needing to be appreciative, or needing to not expect appreciation, or you know that, or this is something that you have to do. Like, you know, there's no, so maybe you guys, this could be in regards to work. You have to work on something. You can't say no to them. There's some type of obligation or restriction where you can't just be like, no, I'm not going to do that. You know, you have to, or you need to. It's very sweet of you too, and it's a very big person, like being the bigger person energy. But like, if you didn't have to, you wouldn't, because this person's kind of toxic. Maybe this is like somebody that you work with, that you may be like an ex or something like that. School could be a possibility. This could be a family member, even for some of you. They're your family. You can't say no to them. They're pressuring you. They're putting a lot of energy on you. Whether you like it or not, they're either going to make your life a living hell, or like kind of like a child, or like they won't stop throwing a tantrum, and they just keep getting louder and louder and louder until you kind of like concede. And so it's just like, you're going to have to step up, do this thing. Don't expect anything from them. You already know better. And then continue to move forward past them and just shut the door on them. You know what I mean? Like, you're not trying to stay there. They're going to try to keep you there. But you're like, okay, here you go. Goodbye. You know, they're expecting you to be like, to either slam the door in their face, and then they're going to be like, no, well, you have to do this, or well, you need to, or this is a must. And then, you know, they're like wearing you down. I'm going to like driving someone to insanity. Or like drain the hell out of you. They like deplete you. And they think that they're going to wear you down to the nub, or they're going to be able to like keep you attached to them in some way, or you're just going to shut the door and like they're just not going to stop, or you're just going to let them in. They're going to be able to manipulate you. Okay, but having the courage to kind of like stand up to them, while also kind of being kind and not letting them control the situation, and maintaining your integrity while also being like a good person. And then, you know, shutting the door after that. Like, you thought you were going to wear me down? Like, no, I'll help you, or I will do this. I will do what I'm required to, and afterwards you can do your thing. It's gonna require you to have courage to do this though. You're dealing with someone aggressive. I'm getting like egregious lies they can try to spread. They try to like, they're gonna like tell you lies or something to try to force you to do it. They're over emotional. They get their emotions like get the best of them. I feel like the reason why you're being called to do this is because even if you don't and you want to ignore them, you want to leave this alone or let it fester or whatever, it's like, yeah, you get the last laugh, or yeah, like you win in the end, but it's not satisfying for anyone and you don't actually win. You feel like you're at a detriment or something. You're like, okay, it wasn't that satisfying, or this took a turn I didn't expect. I feel like there's also an energy of like this person, again, similar to Aries, of being like, was it Aries or Leo? You might have Leo in your chart. It was Aries or Leo's, where you're above the situation, you're smarter than this person in reality, or you have more emotional balance than this person does, you have more control than this person does. Like, you have the upper hand and you have the strength in some type of way, so it's just like they're not worth it, and you have the ability to overcome the situation. So throw them a bone. Throw them a bone. There's something I'm not able to see here, so there could be intricate details to your specific situation. Let me know how this resonates for you, Pisces, and what's kind of going on. I'm getting strongly of like it being difficult or not being able to say no to someone like they have to. Maybe you kick somebody out and it's time for them to go, and it's hard to, like, they have to come get their stuff. Whether you're leaving it outside or you're trying to avoid them, like there's something like they're trying to pop back up. Six of Wands, and they'll be unsuccessful. Like, you're gonna be fine, Pisces. Don't worry. There's no need to fear. Yeah, the situation's gonna end up fine. Pisces, confirmation. This took so fucking long. I'm so sorry, Pisces, but like everything's gonna be a-okay. You're gonna be fine. Things are gonna work out. This fear, there's some truth to your understanding of this person, but you have the strength to kind of get over this and continue moving forward and lean on people around you who you can trust to help you move forward, away out of this situation. Maybe you guys are the one leaving someone and you have to go back and get your stuff, and and it's troublesome. I feel like you're protected, and the situation is going to turn out fine. It's going to turn out in your favor, especially because you guys are way more controlled and balanced than this person. You're going to be able to work through this and like work it out. Whew, this person's a drainer though. Like, they drain you. They take up your sweet time. Child, Eternal, and Warriors. Storyteller. Scorpio, are you expressing your version of the truth, or is somebody expressing their version of the truth? I think that there's a situation going on around you, and you view this situation in a certain light, and I think you could benefit from broadening your perspective in the situation, not necessarily to make excuses or accept other people's animosity or the issue here, but I'm getting for some Scorpios, like there's a pettiness here that is not actually beneficial for you, or like karmically it's not beneficial for you, like what goes around comes around kind of thing. And so I'm getting like I'm popping somebody's bubble, or like their bubble needs to be popped. Like, you need to pop your bubble. You're dealing with another Scorpio, but yeah, I'm thinking like needing to see a situation from a fresh perspective, because you're not viewing the situation or remembering the situation accurately. So you need to see it differently. And I feel like it's also just it's gonna help you in some way doing this, looking at the situation differently. Maybe you're really hurt about a situation. If this is romantically, you're really hurt about it and you can only view it one way. Like, let's say somebody ghosted you and you're like, oh, this person's with so and so, but you don't actually know yet. Maybe you just think that maybe they followed somebody or something like that. You're like wondering, what is this person doing? Like, they ghosted you, like, guess they don't care about you, or like they're like, you know, have another person or a roster or something. And it's like, there may be more to the story than you think of why this person could have disappeared, or maybe a relationship connection ended, maybe something fell apart. I'm getting like you don't have all the pieces to the puzzle, so you kind of are going off of your version, and by opening yourself up to different perspectives, you're going to see the situation as a whole. And I think it's going to alleviate, the first thing I heard was alleviating pressure, but also helping you have more strength in the situation, especially if your perspective has to do with maybe you not being enough, or like some type of lack, or something's missing. Uncertainty, that you don't know something, you don't have all the pieces, Scorpio. And I don't think this is a lesson, but I do think that this is something that's vital for you. You're going through a transition of some sort here. It's okay not to have all of the information, but don't go up making your own personal story because you don't know what's going on. You can make assumptions about yourself or other people that aren't accurate. Oh, that this person didn't care about you, or this person doesn't love you, or you're not attractive, or you're not good enough, or you don't know how to do this, you don't know how to do that, or this person's better than you. You're filling the pieces. You're creating a narrative that isn't accurate. It's not the whole thing. And I think that this could be a moment of release, to find comfort in the fact that you don't know what's going on. You don't need to. And at the very least, you can release acting like the situation is a Mad Libs. Like putting your own spin on it. Okay? Being comfortable in the unknown. Being uncomfortable in the not knowing things. And kind of just moving on from it. You're fitting all the pieces of the story. You're not happy with the assumptions that you're putting in the story. It's only making you feel worse. It's getting you stuck. You're harping on the situation. We don't know why everyone does everything, but at the very least, we cannot attach it to something to do with ourselves. And we also don't need to put labels and narratives to other people, and that they have this issue, or they have that issue, or this is their problem, or it's, you know what I mean? Like, we can leave things as they are sometimes. And I think that that's an important thing for you. Yeah, this is a romantic situation. Maybe there's codependency. I'm just getting a heavy narratives coming out that need to be changed. They're bringing you to attachment and stuckness. Maybe somebody's trying to feed the narrative to you. You're feeding the narrative to yourself that you can't live with this person, that you'll never find somebody else like them, that they're your twin, they're your soulmate, or that they'll never find someone like you. Cut it. Just cut that narrative from you. It's not conducive. The Tower here at the bottom. There's like a choice. For some of you, you may need to change a personal narrative because it's affecting the decisions that you're making. I feel like there's a need to take care of yourself more. Mind, body, and spirit. Replenish the soul. Take care of your inner child. You know? Protect yourself. Protect your peace. And finding that inner strength so that you can move forward and make a choice. Okay, this is not about needing the answers. It's about trusting yourself, trusting your personal judgment, letting your gut, your mind, your spirit here, like, lead you. You know, you're not functioning purely off of what your emotions are telling you. You're not functioning purely off of your mind. You're not functioning purely off of whims or external influences or other people. Yeah, I'm getting finally. Yeah, timing is everything. You don't know when things are going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen. When, let it go. Let it go. Okay? Some of you could be making things more difficult for yourself. And it's like, let it go. Whatever it is that you're making more difficult for yourself, release it. Realign. Keep pushing. All right, Libra, interesting. You're called to step into the role of the bully and the servant. Am I getting tough love with servant and the bully? I'm getting somebody needs some tough love. Highlights your tendency to intimidate others, helps you confront your inner fears that bully you. Are you facing yourself? I feel like for some of you, you're giving somebody some tough love. You're giving them some solid truths. It may not be easy to hear. I do feel like you're intimidating them. For some of you, you could be intimidating them a little bit. Or some of you, you're giving somebody what they dish out right back to you. Like, you're like, okay, you want to be a bully to me? How do you like it when I treat you like this? It's kind of crazy, but I do feel like you're serving up justice. Libra, you're serving up justice. And you're the Justice card. Full circle moment. You're being so real, for real. Okay? Delight in serving others with a free and loving heart. Some of you guys, though, maybe you are very negative towards yourself. You have a very negative narrative in your mind, and you're facing it and you're saying F off. And then you're serving yourself some pipe and tea. Okay? There's like a care and a sensitivity about you. You're learning your way though. I'm kind of getting her slipping and falling, but then finding her step again. So I feel like you guys are like learning how to combat this inner voice, this ugly narrative, and learning how to be more nurturing and kind to yourself here, okay? And dealing with your fears. Serving others with a free loving heart though. I feel like you're not trying to be like evil. Like you're not trying to be like super mean or whatever. I just feel like you're not willing to put up with this anymore. Some of you may be dealing with somebody who's really like really ugly, not just like physically, they could be ugly physically, but like emotionally and mentally, verbally, like they're not nice. And you're ready to tell them like, yo, like you need to cut this out. For some of you, I'm kind of feeling like you may tell somebody that you love to cut somebody off. Like you're like, listen, this man has done you so dirty, this girl has done you so dirty, it's time to close the book. Some of you are telling somebody to cut it. Tough love situation. Let me be real with you. Love yourself. Dump them. Or stand on business. Like you walked away from them. It's time to stand on business. And you're like holding them to that. But I feel like it's like with love. Like I feel like you're like lovingly telling these people like you're not letting anyone mess with you, but you're also being a sweetheart at the same time. Energy. Yes, Libra, you're bringing the energy. Okay? Balance. You're a baddie. Libra, you're a baddie. Yeah, I'm getting you guys have some grace and not like yelling at people or going completely off, but like, yeah, bringing a little heat to the situation, a little flame. Again, who was it? Maybe one of the fire signs? Learning to say no. Leo? No, not Leo. Cancer. Was it Cancer? Some of you guys may have Cancer, or was it Pisces? I don't remember. But yeah, I'm feeling like some of you may be called to say no. You're putting somebody in their place. You're giving them like a check. You're checking them. You're checking your list. You're checking it twice. You're trying to see who's naughty, who's nice. And you're serving coal or bountiful gifts, like your energy. You're either serving like beauty or you're serving vicious. Not necessarily vicious, but I just feel like you're being real with them. Okay, you're not trying to hold back. I feel like some of you, you're so done with the situation that you just can't help but being honest, being real about it. Yeah, I mean you're gonna get sick and tired of somebody. They're nonsense. Chivalrous. You may stand up and intimidate somebody else because they're intimidating someone you care about. You're like, hold up, you're not gonna talk to this person like that. You know them. I'm getting like, it's been so long, or like this has been a long time coming, this person. But anyways, you're standing on business this month. Libra, standing on business. So that's what I'm going to call this one, Libra. Next to your little timestamp, standing on business. All right. Helping the people you love, helping yourself, cutting out your negativity, checking other people's negativity, pushing other people to grow out of their negativity. Who says you can't do it all? Because you're doing it all this month. It's kind of crazy. I'm so sorry, Libra. Maybe in a relationship, loving. I'm getting someone checked out. The Lovers, Three of Pentacles. Okay. Ooh. PG-13. PG-13. Three of Pentacles. Again, you're being fair, Libra. Don't let this person be like, you're being really mean. You're being really mean. You'd have to come at me like that. You know, some people do that. And then you're like, you yell at me. I didn't yell at you. I just told you how it was. So I do feel like you're being really fair with this person. You're a sweetheart. And you're trying to work through the situation this month. You're trying to be on the same page. You're ending up having to make a decision, Libra. And I feel like you're going to make it. Again, you're not trying to be mean. You're trying to push the relationship along, but you can't push it along letting them walk all over you. You know, you need to set boundaries. And I think you're doing that, especially with the Lovers here. You could be helping someone else in their relationship. You could be working through some issues with your love interest, your person. You could also be helping other people with their love lives. Gratitude. Beauty. Gemini. Are we being blessed? Are we impressed? Are we well dressed? I think it's a mixture of it all. All right, what energy is Gemini called to embody for February 2025? Beautiful things are happening, Gem. And it's time to let the light in. Okay, I'm talking. Express your soul insights in symbolic language. What does that even mean? Spiritual commitments serve as a channel for spiritual energy. Are my other Geminis readers? Interesting. Ability to communicate knowledge, skill, and wisdom. Gemini, you may be coming up against an energy of somebody who has something to teach you, something to show you, or something to offer. Eight of Pentacles. Oh, Eight of Wands. Things are moving fast this month, Gemini. A lot of things are happening. They're moving quickly. There's a lot you're trying to communicate. Eight of Wands and the Poet here. I'm thinking there's a lot of insight maybe you've gathered and you want to express. As a Gemini, I can relate to this because I've been getting the mojo to, again, create content, to do readings in general, again. So there's like inspiration and push towards this stuff. So many of you guys could be inspired to act and to do things and to express yourself. Yeah, I feel like you guys are on a roll here. You guys are moving quickly and you're throwing caution to the wind. You know? Like, she's flying. She's like, you're flying, Gemini, and I feel like you're on a vibe. Okay, so Gemini, this is a chill month for you, I would say. Like, I'm not seeing too much animosity. Like, I'm not seeing any like a lot of challenges or stuff necessarily for Geminis, or at least for this collective that I'm seeing here. I'm seeing you guys are feeling inspired to just move forward. You may be able to help other people through things that you've personally learned. I'm getting gratitude. People may be showing you appreciation this month, Gemini. You may have helped a few people and they're communicating the assistance that you know what I mean? I feel like there's something you're being blessed with this month and you're being pushed towards being appreciative towards it because, you know, it feels like, especially with the other cards with community, like you've facilitated something, you've helped something along. And so like you're being met with this beauty with the wood nymph, like things are just kind of chill for you. Yeah, nothing crazy. Wow, really fast. Yeah, I feel like you guys are coming to a personal realizations that can help other people. They're not anything too deep, but I feel like it's the fact that they're more simple is what helps other people. You know what I mean? Because like you're not like, I know the Poet is like deep, but I feel like the way that you're expressing it is useful to other people. And it's not necessarily like you're pulling all this stuff out of you. It's just like a simple kind of thing. You're helping yourself work through your own thing as well too. Again, not a full easy month. Some of you are going through some things emotionally, but you're transcending out of it and finding the beauty, restoring beauty in your life. You may be more optimistic, looking towards the positives and things, maybe seeing the more beautiful things around you, appreciating simplicity, appreciating others around you. You're encouraged to continue to embrace that energy of gratitude here because there's a lot to be thankful for. And I opened up right to the page. I'm just like, there's like a thank you, like a big thank you to the universe you guys are getting here. Aquarius, I feel like you're exploring. There's a lot of like exploration happening here. You may be like contemplating decisions, romantic decisions here. You may be seeking to tread outside of the norm. Okay, so maybe trying things that maybe other people would shy away from, or thinking about trying things that would maybe shock other people. I feel like maybe there's something somebody else wants to, or you're like being pushed to do or something like that, and you're not sure about whether or not you want to do it or not. For some of you, I do think you should be mindful of not letting other people kind of make a situation seem good and seem very enticing, and then it's like not really, like you're thinking to yourself, you're like, for some reason I'm overthinking this, and I think it's because you see an issue, and I feel like they're maybe trying to be like, everything's cool, everything's nice, like Seven of Cups, like they're pulling the wool over your eyes, but like you're kind of aware, like you're like, no, I don't, like I'm not sure, I need to like research this more, look into this more. Like you have questions, okay, you're curious, but like you're not trying to get everything done. Not trying to do it all now here, okay? So Aquarius, don't let other people kind of pressure you into doing things you don't want to do. We're going to see how that resonates when it comes to the card that you have to embody. If it's strength, courage, or fearlessness or something about taking action or setting boundaries, I feel like you need to set boundaries, Aquarius, and not let other people put you in a box or like try to force you out of your box, I should say. Yeah, egoism, narcissism, a perspective shift, not centering from a place of love, a fake grand gesture. Like someone trying to be like, oh my god, like I love you so much, like I care about you, like fake, and you feel it and you're kind of curious about it, you're wondering about it. Yo, listen to yourself, Aquarius. Yeah, you have doubts. You have doubts. You may feel like you have to be prepared or you're not prepared. And you feel like it's not the time to do something yet, but maybe somebody's really trying to do this and you're like, no. Like some of you could have wanted to do this or suggested it, or it came up as an idea, but it wasn't something you were ready to dive into. It was like an idea. Somebody suggested it as an idea and you're like, okay, maybe. And then they just kind of like push it on you. You had an idea, you wanted to explore it, and then somehow like you ended up in too deep. You know, you went on a date with someone, you're kind of into them, you're exploring them, but you don't know if you want to continue pursuing things further, and then all of a sudden they're like, we're boyfriend and girlfriend, or they're like trying to make some type of gesture to make things more serious and you're not prepared for that. This could also be like, very, very few of you, maybe other people are spreading things that you feel like, you're like, okay, I don't think that happened, or somebody's telling you information that you're like, I'm not sure if that happened. And I feel like there's a discernment in there of you acknowledging that's a situation. You need to be kind of skeptical about it. Yeah, you have more questions because you need to gather more information about this situation. If I get knowledge from this, I don't think it's necessary. It's a boundary thing, and it's like a waiting thing. Like, hey, I'm not ready for this yet. And there's energy is Aquarius encouraged in body. Sorry, I'm trying to focus. Freedom. Doing what you want. Damsel. Understanding the nature of healthy romance inspires you to rely on yourself. Yeah, there's some type of like codependency. And look, oh my god. Romantic illusion. Waiting for a night to provide you seduction by romantic illusion. I'm getting like you need to be independent and step into yourself and your own energy and be confident within yourself, your decisions and your directions. Don't wait for somebody else to come on and help you out along or to guide you or to show you this or that. Also, don't let people kind of like push you into a box or like say like, oh, this is what love is, or like this means I love you, or this means you love me if you let me do this. Like people who love each other. Like I'm getting somebody is dealing with somebody like that, like feeding you a false narrative. Don't get caught up in that storyline that they're trying to push on you. Don't hold back. Choose life on your terms. Don't be trapped by the expectations of others. Aquarius, is somebody romantically trying to pressure you into doing something that you're not ready to pursue and you're not ready to do or accept or go along with? Or somebody like too clingy or like, yeah, like they're too intense? Maybe they're saying you're too intense. They may not be the one though. Like I'm getting they're not letting you fly. Yeah, like they're just not letting you fly. They want to guide your direction. You're not sure of it. Stand tall within yourself. You know what? If they don't they want to keep pushing you, like they're not the one for you, and it's time to cut them to the curb. Do you have a Libra in your life? Is a Libra going to be telling you to cut this person off, or to be like, no, that's not okay, that's not acceptable? If there is a Libra energy coming through, I feel like it's a solid sign for you guys that yeah, this person is not for you. Or they could be an earth sign. Yeah, stand on your boundaries. Stand on yourself. Don't let other people put their expectations on you of how you should live your life, how you should act, how you should be, how you should love, what you should accept, what you should do, what you should be okay with. It's not for you. It's not for you, and that's totally cool. What energy is Capricorn called to embody in February 2025? Exorcist, freeing yourself and others from destructive impulses. This is my Taylor Lautner card because tell me that don't look like Jacob. Tell me that don't look like Jacob. That looks like Jacob. That's Jacob. If I ever seen Jacob. Flexibility and purity. Okay, destructive impulses. It's time to remain innocent. Four of Wands. There's a miscommunication happening, or some type of communication is coming in, some type of truth that will need further conversation in order to kind of figure it out and move forward. The first thing I'm getting with the Three of Swords, Eight of Wands, and flexibility here, and the Exorcist, is that you may, if someone wants to clarify something with you or tell you like, no, I didn't mean it like that, or no, like to explain something further to you, you may struggle to be open to it, or be like, no, you said this, or you did that, or something. Like, you may need to be open to what this person has to say to you. Okay, you may impulsively make assumptions, or you know, it's hard for other people to like, you may take things to heart, so when someone tries to go back on it, you're like, no, you said that. Or you may take things to heart, and so it's hard for you to open up after that. It's hard to go with the flow here. I do feel like there's more to a conversation that needs to happen, is the first thing that I'm going to say. Like, the conversation is like half completed. I'm getting like some type of wound from your past, especially the Exorcist is expelling something from your past. Three of Swords, something that has wounded you and that has created a wound or assumptions or a narrative. I'm getting like knowledge, information that may not be entirely accurate, that causes you to be more restrictive in your thinking, in your actions, or your thoughts, and your beliefs. It's time to kind of release that energy and release the hold that the past has on you, so that you can move forward. Someone may have told you something and it was true, but because of this inflexibility stemming from your past, and either assuming the worst or becoming destructive, or having making like negative assumptions here, always thinking pessimistically, I feel like you're taking their truth the wrong way. You know, you're taking it another way because of the past, and this person may try to communicate. There may be a potential to communicate or realize this, but like, you're not wanting to see it or open up to it. And I feel like it could be like half true, half not true. Like, I feel like you need to be open to realizing that your past is, like, let's say maybe somebody tells you they love you and you just can't believe them. You're like, no, you don't love me. You know, you don't care about me. And it stems from the past. Or like somebody disagrees with you and you take that disagreement as like meaning something else. It's hard to move forward. I'm getting it's hard to move forward. Yeah, I feel like something's happening that could be leading you to a change, but you don't do well with certain types of changes. And so it's kind of throwing you off guard and throwing you off focus, and you're not able to, you're like, suddenly you like close up and it's hard for you to open back up again. You're like confined, Capricorn. So you're becoming inflexible, and you need to learn how to go with it and bend more. Ace of Swords, there's some type of truth, but it's kind of painful. You don't know how to like act from it. Some of you guys may be hearing a truth that's hard to deal with, but you need to change on how you're processing this truth here, okay? Because maybe you're assuming it has everything to do with you and you mess everything up, and it has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with your worth, and it's not a personal attack on you. Ask questions. You have more questions, okay? So this is what you maybe realize. Since you're kind of being encouraged to embody flexibility and innocence, you know, not making false judgments or making things too quickly, you may plan another conversation with this person to inquire more information. You may try to seek more information about this situation so that you can kind of relieve your anxiety or your heartbreak or your hurt, or, you know, whatever it is you may feel like you're not understanding. So you're going to seek that out. It may be hard for you guys to open up and be vulnerable. For some of you, you may be pushed this month to be more vulnerable with people, and it's difficult to have these conversations, but I feel like you're planning on doing it because you may be curious about opening yourself up more. Yeah, I feel like this month is about taking care of yourself and releasing this so that it doesn't become a wound that you kind of end up struggling to release. So it doesn't have such a strong hold on you. Retreat, a new card. Retreat. Companion, loyalty and trust, tenacity and unselfishness, being selfless. Sometimes the best thing that you can do is walk away. You're starting over. You're leaving something behind. You're walking away. I feel like it's for yourself. It's for them. I feel like there's a loyalty you're trying to have to yourself. It's time to start over. I feel like it's time to take care of yourself. There's a lot you're juggling. Nine of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you're being called to take care of yourself. That's what this month is. I don't think you're like called to just completely ghost people, but I feel like lovingly telling people like I need my space could be like a major thing for you guys. Because some of you may feel like not responding, ghosting, or some of you may feel like cutting things off. I feel like you're being encouraged to be more lighthearted with it. Hey, I can't talk. Hey, I'm just going to be disappearing. I need time alone kind of thing, retreating and letting people figure it out for themselves. Not encouraged to like over explain, but to be like assertive with people rather than aggressive, cold, or cutting. Yeah, I feel like this month you're being called to make adjustments in the name of self-care, to take care of yourself and make sure that you're well. There may be something new that's starting this month, and there's some type of stress that you're going through. You may have trouble sleeping. Sleep is a big thing coming out here for you guys, so you may need to be working on your environment to make sure that your space is somewhere that you feel comfortable falling asleep, so that you feel like you can fall asleep, that you feel good about yourself and good about falling asleep. Because there's some type of heavy pressure on you guys that's causing you to be nocturnal or stressed. My moon is in Taurus, and I feel like this is kind of for me. So the Fool, some of you, do you guys have Pisces in your chart? So some of you, your name may start with the letter R, or someone's name starts with R. I feel like there's a lot of pressure, there's a lot of stress, there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of like not sleeping well or something, like disarray, imbalance kind of going on with you guys. So you're being called to take care of yourself this month, to have fun, to be sweet. Some of you may need to recharge and take space, but I feel like with companion, you may be also encouraged with the Fool here to sometimes try to get out. But I do feel like lovingly, like if you're really not feeling it that day, or you really feel like you need to focus on you, it's like kindly telling people like, hey, not today, maybe in next week, maybe in a couple weeks we can do this. It's not for me right now. For others of you, I feel like you're going to take this space for yourself, and it's going to allow you to come into this energy. Some of you may find yourself like not in the mood to deal with other people, and if that's you, you're like, why am I so grouchy? Why am I so moody? Why am I, no, I don't want to do this. I feel like you need rest. You need to sleep. You need to take care of you. You need to bring more fun into your life. You need to bring more care into your life. You need to make your space, your home, a home that you want to be in 24/7. Take a shower. Sip some chai. Take a bubble bath. Take care of you. Let other people take care of themselves, Taurus. You're not here for all of that this season. Kind of like treat yourself is the message I'm getting here, Taurus. Treat yourself. You may have some opportunities to help other people with what they're going through, but I feel like you need to take care of you before you take care of anyone else. Big message coming out for Taurus. Let's see. Last one we have here is Virgo. Flexibility. Go with the flow. Go with the changes. Okay? Don't hold back. Don't let things hold you back. Rumor has it, are you dealing with a Gemini or a Aquarius? I want to say Libra, but I don't think you're dealing with a Libra. You're dealing with a Libra? Some of you could be dealing with a Libra. Is the Libra calling you out on something? Some of you guys may find yourself being called out by a Libra. Tough love from a Libra, or someone coming through possibly, or maybe someone snapping back at you with a little bit of sass. Addict helps you recognize and confront addictive behaviors, compromising integrity and honesty. Guys, I feel like there's something you guys are leaning on really hard that's no longer healthy for you, and you're being embodied to confront it and to try to release it. So I don't feel like this is like cold turkey maybe yet, but maybe some of you have been working towards cutting off habits that are no longer healthy for you. You may find that if you're feeling that you may need to take a different approach to this, and I feel like there's like a message here of like recognizing these behaviors and finding what works for you, even if it doesn't work for other people, and recognizing that what works for other people may not work for you, and being flexible to these changes so that you can move away from these behaviors that are not like helping you, or these things that are not helping you. Or you may be seeking help to deal with an addictive behavior. Okay, so maybe you're like on your phone a lot, and instead of like just like trying to avoid your phone as much as possible, you may have to balance that out, how long or often you're going on your phone, or some other way. I'm getting like she's flying through the walls, like you somehow end up right back on your phone. Okay, if it's not your phone, it could be sweets. It could have something to do with food or drinks. Maybe you're like sugar or something. It could be alcohol or something else, but like I'm gonna keep it PG. Yeah, Virgo, I'm getting honesty is a big thing here right now. Like, you need to be honest with yourself this month. Yeah, finding a new strategy to get over something and to move past something needs to be more flexible. You may be looking at it from a very rigid perspective and, oh, there's only one way to do this, but like there's multiple ways. Strategizing something different, clarity of purpose, complete mental clarity, realizing a certain truth. Maybe someone's like, oh, you need to stop doing that. And you're like, I do need to stop. I can stop doing that whenever I want to. And then you try and you're like, okay, so maybe I can stop this whenever I... So I pulled this card. My phone died. I did not make it. I strongly was getting the sense that this Queen of Swords is meant to help you. Although some you could feel like a hindrance. But I feel like majority of you guys, this person is here to help you. They're very smart. Again, tough love. This may be a Libra. Okay, but I feel like they're saying things because they care about you, and I feel like they want to see you well and do good and be successful and be happy and feel abundant and stuff. So this could even be a relationship. There's something that you're stuck on, and this person has the ability to assist you into releasing it or finding a way around it. This person's very smart, or they could be very practical. Maybe they dealt with similar things as you, or combating, or their own thing that is helping you kind of figure it out. Page, Knight, Queen. Yeah, they're looking to assist you with practical solutions here. Okay, so be open to this person's help because they're going to come in. Oh my god. Nine of Swords, Nine of Swords. It's very interesting. They have strong ideas. And I feel like you can trust this person. I feel like they're not trying to, again, tough love. Some of them could be a little bit sharper, but I feel like if they're not a Libra, they might be a little bit sharper. Or as Libra, they're a little bit sharper. I just feel like they're just kind of like trying to set you on the right path and trying to help you. Okay, once this person gets on something, they're like on it, okay? And I feel like you could be very similar as well too. So that's what I'm seeing what's going on this month. Somebody's trying to assist you. And you're trying to find a way to deal with a problem that you have going on and overcoming it. And this person is willing to help you do that. Also the Four of Cups here. So you're stuck on it. You're lingering on it. You're struggling to see a way out. So this Queen of Swords could help provide you some type of perspective here. I'm getting this Queen of Swords energy in a couple of people's readings. So I feel like you guys are going to find that you have people in your corner and that these people will help you to move forward, and that you have people that you can rely on and that care about you. And they seek to better you in your life, which is good because I feel like you need another perspective to kind of help you. Yeah, but you have to be open to solutions. You have to be open to changes. This really is going to help you, though. If you guys are ability to like utilize this flexible energy and overcoming or confronting this issue, I feel like it's going to bring you a lot of abundance in your life and may create a stronger and fulfilling relationship with this other person that's coming in to assist you. Okay, so that's it. I did everybody. I am so sorry that it kind of cut off and if it's a little janky. Okay, so let me know how it resonates for you, and I hope you take care. Goodbye.